Yes, so we're making a lot of progress in Uzbekistan. It's the second largest country in our portfolio. We're investing about $15 billion over this period to support the decarbonization program. Today, we signed an agreement to build 2 gigawatt hour of battery storage, which is very important because the more renewables you put into a system, the more you need to strengthen the grid to be able to absorb all the energy. And battery storage is a key component of that.
Okay. What does it mean for your strategy in Central Asia?
We are looking to consolidate our presence besides Uzbekistan, of course, Azerbaijan, Kazakhstan. So we see these as really a very important region from not only geopolitics, but it's really the trade route between the east, the west, the north, and the south. And we want to be an active player in this.
During the first 9 months of this year, you have achieved the financial close of 7 projects, in addition to the new project in Uzbekistan. What can you tell us about those projects? Where are they located? How much would they add to your portfolio?
Yes, we are on track basically to achieve financial closes on about 30 billion SAR of financing. I think the one that I'm probably most proud of, which is one of the biggest, is for 3 projects in Saudi Arabia. Those are renewable energy projects. Today we have 3 gigawatt in operations and almost 16 gigawatt under construction. It's huge. So this financial close was for 3 projects that we achieved in less than 3 months from signing the PPA to getting all the financing in place.
So you're still growing in Saudi Arabia and abroad. What's the breakdown of your portfolio?
We have about 60% in Saudi Arabia, 40% in the rest of the world, again, from Central Asia to South Africa, from Morocco to Indonesia.
Let me ask you about the capital increase. You've appointed financial advisors for the procedure, around 7.1 billion Saudi riyals. Could you give us an update on the timeline of this process?
Yeah, we're bringing it to the General Assembly, Extraordinary General Assembly for approval, and then we expect that we will go ahead in the new year. So this is basically used to finance our growth. We are on track to considerably increase the size of the company, more than triple to $250 billion of assets under management by 2030.
This leads me to ask you about the capex ahead, a huge capex ahead for your projects, and at the same time you have witnessed new generation revenues from the projects that achieved the commercial operation. How do you anticipate these 2 factors, the new projects and the new project coming to operation? How do you anticipate that those factors would impact the bottom line and the cash flow?
Yes. So I think that, of course, the company is growing a lot right now. We have achieved, basically today we are running at 3 times the speed compared to only 3-4 years ago, both in terms of financial closing, assets under construction, and then the projects that are coming into operation. So you see that this will be a kind of like this transitioning period where we're getting to a different scale, and these results you will see maturing over the next few years.
Would the capital increase be enough to finance the capex ahead, or you may need to issue bonds or sukuk?
We're looking always at maximizing and optimizing our funding strategy. So I think that today we saw a good window for capital increase, but we continue to explore. We did a sukuk issue last year. We continue to do project financing on our projects. So as a matter of fact, we are looking at project level, company level, and of course now capital raise as well.
Of course, you have a legacy of traditional power generation plants and a growing portfolio of renewables. What's the breakdown between the 2 components in terms of investments and in terms of revenues?
So right now, we just passed the 50% mark. So we're now 53% renewables, and the rest is conventional, flexible generation. Of course, some of our generation is connected with the old technology for desalination. Today, all the new desalination that we do, we are the largest player in the world, is reverse osmosis. And increasingly also for that, we power it with solar power, up to 30% for the larger plants on site. So we reduce also the kind of burden on the grid because it's generated right there. But we have one project, the Red Sea Global, which is one of the biggest tourist attractions of the world now, where we have 100% renewable energy power desalination. And
that leads me to ask you about the carbon neutrality. Where's your position in this regard? And is the carbon market a place that you'd position yourself in, whether as a seller or a buyer?
We do both, in fact, and the regional voluntary carbon market company from Saudi Arabia just launched the new exchange yesterday here at COP. We participated in their auctions before, and we traded more than 100,000 tons, most of them as a seller from our projects, but also as a buyer for our conventional generation.
So what's the rationale behind it, to sell and buy at the same time?
It is a market, so you want to optimize your portfolio of carbon credits. And we think that exchanges like the RVCMC are an extremely good tool, basically, to bring demand and supply together in order to optimize and provide also some funding for renewable energy projects, particularly in emerging markets.
Thank you very much.